Doing an install and review on the Diablo D1050X table saw combination blade. Before working on your saw, be sure that it's unplugged for safety. The first thing we're going to do is replace the factory blade with our new upgraded blade. Start by raising your blade assembly all the way up. Next, we'll remove the throat plate. This model saw comes with a wrench to remove the arbor nut, but if you're doing this on a different model, using this video for reference, or if you don't have this, then any wrench that fits on the arbor nut will work. Next, we'll remove the riving knife by lifting up on the lever and then wiggling it upward and out. Now we need to press the button down that locks the motor into place, turn the wheel until it engages, and then use our tool and break free and loosen the arbor nut. Remove the nut and then remove the outer blade washer. Now we can slide the blade off. Time to install our new blade. Put the new blade on with the teeth facing towards the front. Put the outer blade washer back on and then tighten the arbor nut back down. Reinsert the riving knife and lock it back down with the lever. And put your throat plate back on. You can do a quick check to make sure your blade is lined up with your riving knife. Now let's plug in our table saw and review how this blade performs. Before cutting any wood, I'll turn it on for a quick safety test. Now that we have our blade installed, it's time to put it to work. I'm going to review this with 3 different types of wood, with melamine, with plywood, and also traditional lumber 2x4. Some of the things we'll be looking for is how clean and straight the cut is, and if there's any tear out. I'm not using a zero clearance insert, so therefore tear out is much more of a possibility if you don't have a good blade. And let's see how this all comes out. When cutting this melamine, I noticed that I'm not getting nearly as much chip out on the white laminate surface as I was with the previous blade. It is also doing a really good job cutting this plywood. This is 3/4 inch plywood, and I'm not getting any tear out, and I'm not getting a lot of burns on the wood either from heat buildup. So far the blade is doing well. I left the audio on this so you can hear how loud the blade is. It is substantially quieter than the original Delta blade was, and you can also hear that it's not really bogging down going through this plywood, and we'll also listen to that with the upcoming 2x4. So as you've probably noticed, I'm doing what would be considered rip cuts and cross cuts, and that's going to be more important on this next piece of wood, which is the 2x4, because it's real natural wood and not manufactured. The way that it comes out with the rip cut and the way it comes out with the cross cut may be different, and this is going to show us exactly how well this blade works. I decided to do this outside in direct bright sunlight so you can really get a visual of how this cut looks from this blade. Now of course there are more expensive, higher quality blades than this one, but this is a great compromise with cost and quality cuts that you get. Using a good combination blade means you don't have to change out the blades for when you're doing rip cuts or when you're doing cross cuts, and it allows you to use one blade for everything, which is convenient. You may get better results if you were to switch the blade for each particular cut type, but in general it works very well, and it's that happy medium of convenience and still getting a good quality. You can see with this blade on a calibrated table saw is resulting in nice, clean, squared cuts that are easily usable for most projects. And that's it, guys. I'm happy with it. I hope you guys found this helpful and informative. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.